Thai court dismisses the media shares case against the popular progressive politician, but party's future still in doubt. Former Thai prime ministerial candidate and ex-move forward party leader Pita Limja Loenlat speaks to the media outside the Constitutional Court in Bangkok on January 24, 2024, after the court decided to reinstate him as the lawmaker. Bangkok's Thailand CNN, a Thai political leader who lead his party to the stunning electoral victory on the campaign that threatened to shake up the country's powerful conservative establishment, has escaped being disqualified from politics, but his and his party's political future remains in question. Thailand's Constitutional Court on Wednesday dismissed the case against Pita Limja Loenlat, 43, that alleged he violated election rules by running for office while holding shares in the media company, the long defunct broadcaster ITV. The law bans members of parliament from owning or holding shares in media companies. 8 of the 9-member panel of judges ruled in favor of Pita, saying that since ITV had not operated since 2007, before he applied for the party list candidacy, he had not violated the constitution. The ruling is one of 2 highly anticipated verdicts against Pita and the Progressive Move Forward party that could ultimately see Thailand's most successful party at the last election dissolved, and the bans and criminal charges levied at its leaders. Following Wednesday's verdict, Pita told reporters outside the court that he will continue to work for the people and that he would like to get back to his duties in parliament as soon as possible. Whenever I'm allowed in, I will be there, he said. Supporters who had gathered outside the court began chanting Prime Minister Pita, referring to his bid to become Prime Minister, and said justice had been done. Some held placards reading, "We will always support the party," while others mocked the election commission that brought the case to court. Spravi Sansuk, 63, from Bangkok, said the outcome has restored her faith in the Thai justice system. "I was worried about the verdict that it would turn the other way, so I was overwhelmed to receive the good news, because Pita was not guilty since the beginning and his case shouldn't have been forwarded to the court," she told CNN. The supporter of former Thai prime ministerial candidate and ex-Move Forward party leader Pita Limja Loenlat celebrated outside the Constitutional Court in Bangkok on January 24, after the court decided to reinstate him as the lawmaker. Lee Setung, 69, said he traveled 3 hours from his hometown of Layong to attend the verdict. "I'm growing older. I need the country to move forward, and we need young people to cultivate the future of my grandchildren. So when the verdict was released, I was very much relieved to see a future ahead for my descendants," he said. Besides being defunct for nearly 2 decades, ITV did not have the media license nor the frequency band to broadcast and had no income, Pita said in a Facebook post last year. Pita said he inherited shares owned by his late father, but they held no economic value, and the company was delisted from the Thai Stock Exchange in 2014. The shares were later transferred, he said. The former prime ministerial hopeful was suspended from his duties as a lawmaker and a member of Thailand's parliament in July, while the case was being investigated. Speaking to CNN in May, Pita said there are professional and personal attacks against me, but that he has prepared and has the strong legal basis for anything that comes my way. His move forward party gains the huge following among young Thais during the 2023 general election for its reformist platform, which included deep structural reforms to how Thailand is run, including to the military and the radical plans to amend the country's strict least majestic laws, despite the taboo surrounding any discussion of the royal family in Thailand. Move Forward won the most seats and the largest share of the popular vote in the May election. The result was a decisive victory for progressive parties and delivered a crushing blow to the conservative military-backed establishment that has ruled on and up for decades, often by turfing out popularly elected government in coups. The party was prevented from forming a government, however, as it failed to win support from a big enough majority of parliamentarians over its lawyer reform agenda, and Pita resigned as the leader of the party, which is now in opposition. Move Forward and its former leader Pita remain popular especially among younger Thais who have hit the street in huge numbers in recent years, calling for political and lawyer reform. A January opinion poll by the National Institute of Development Administration showed Pita as being Thailand's most popular politician for 39% of respondents, with Prime Minister Srettha Thavisin at 22%, Reuters reported. But its fate hangs in the balance until the Constitutional Court delivers another ruling on January 31st over whether Pita and the party sought to overthrow the monarchy through his election campaign to amend the kingdom's notoriously strict least majesty law. Mushin Pongsapan, associate professor at Thammasat University's Faculty of Law, said Wednesday was a good day for Thailand's justice system, and the ruling was the good sign for the next case. If the court follows its standard in deciding the next case, there will be an even higher chance for the Move Forward the party to survive, as the accusations against it are really groundless, he said. Previous cases. Thailand's turbulent political history has previously seen parties that has pushed for change run off of the powerful conservative establishment, a nexus of the military, monarchy, and the influential elite. Lawmakers have faced bans, parties have been dissolved, and the government have been overthrown. Thailand has witnessed a dozen successful coups since 1932, including 2 in the past 17 years, and the purportedly independent election commission, anti-corruption commission, and the constitutional court are all dominated by the members in favor of the establishment. In 2008, the constitutional court ruled that then Prime Minister Sundarabes violated the constitution by taking part in the cooking show on TV while in office, for which he received a nominal fee and was ordered to resign. 3 parties linked to billionaire political scion Thaksin Shinawatra, the populist former prime minister who was ousted in a coup in 2006, had been disbanded in the last decade, and most recently moved forward the predecessor, the Future Forward Party, won the third most seat in 2019 election. Shortly afterward, several of the party's leaders were banned from politics, and the party was later dissolved after court ruled it had violated electoral financial rules. The decision to dissolve the Popular Party ignited the youth-led protest that swept across Thailand in 2020, politicizing a whole new generation of activists and political leaders, some of whom contested last year's election with the Move Forward Party.